Good morning, everyone. It is dark 30 on this day 4 of Shenandoah. I am heading out early. I'm about 5 miles away from one of the waysides here in Shenandoah where they have a restaurant where, as far as I know, they have a breakfast buffet. So my heart is set on the breakfast buffet. Obviously, big calories, lots of protein, get the day started right with a nice warm breakfast. Obviously, if they don't have the breakfast buffet that I am highly anticipating, they still serve food, so I'll be able to get a good warm breakfast either way. It is quite cold, about 24, 25 degrees up here. Wind is still kicking up. Had a good night of rest, though. Was able to stay shielded behind one of the walls of the shelter. There was a couple other people in the shelter. Dale and JJ from Buffalo just started their flip-flop, going south and then heading back north. Man and his daughter, very nice people. I wish them all the best. Wish you guys all the best if you happen to see this channel or this video. And then also Finisher, who started about a month after me, and he's already up next to me, or where I am. He was there as well. He's moving fast, that's for sure. He's doing pretty much 30s every day. So good luck to him. I know he's wanting to finish in under 100 days, around 90. So good luck, Finisher. It was kind of nice meeting some people. Don't really see a lot of people out here when I stop at a shelter or a tent, either way. Obviously, the tent I'm usually in more than the shelter, but sometimes I'm in the shelter like on a day-to-day. I can't talk. Like a night to last night, because that wind was kicking up and I wanted to shield myself and get up early and just take off, which is what I'm doing. Time to go get me some warm breakfast and have a conquering day. "24 degrees and 30-mile-per-hour winds blowing at your face. This feels great. I can't wait for my coffee and hot breakfast." Buddy. There's a couple of them. There was one on my right and one right on the trail, just looking at me. So I have a confession to make. I was really miffed this morning, pretty ticked off. Part of that might be the hangriness that I'm feeling, that I'm just really, really hungry. And knowing there's a buffet up here, or a restaurant at least, makes you feel hungrier, makes you want it more. But basically just being in the 20s and that high wind kicking up, I just had a breakdown moment where I'm freaking sick of this. 60 whatever days, and 80% of it's been in the 20s at night. I'm done. Let's get some warmer weather. I'm good in the mid 30s even. I prefer the 40s. That's perfect sleeping weather to me, but mid 30s I'll even take. It's no more 20s. But I was a little ticked off, like I'm done. But yeah, and that's gonna happen sometimes. But as I continued to walk and the sun started to shine and I'm getting closer to the restaurant, it just dawned on me that I need to be more thankful right now at this moment instead of miffed. That's one thing that I'm upset about, one thing. But I'm thankful that the sun is out today. And it doesn't look like any storms are in the near future, at least. That doesn't mean it won't be later today. But as of right now, looks like a very nice, clear, sunny day. And I need to be thankful that I'm even out here in these beautiful mountains. And I am thankful, I'm grateful, thankful every day for that. And thankful that I have the ability to be able to walk these trails. Although sometimes the body says, you can't do this, it hurts, your feet are hurting today, your head is hurting today. I still have the ability to walk, and walk long miles and strong miles at that. And my health, I'm the strongest I've ever been in my whole life. And that's just the trail. And then obviously thankful for my beautiful wife, that destiny finally brought us together after 40 something years. And our dogs, got 2 loving dogs. There's so much to be thankful for, and only one thing that gets me miffed right now. So I shouldn't focus on that, and I'm not. It's done, it's in the bag. It's not in my head anymore. Now I'm thinking about food and continuing on and progressing and having a strong day. Let's have a strong day together. Here at Skyland Restaurant and Wayside. This is the dining room. They do have the buffet going, but it's quite a bit different than last year. They have muffins and like kind of like a quiche kind of thing with some biscuits and gravy and cereals, but they don't have the meats and bacon and all that. But trust me, I can make it work. I might have to order the pancakes, bacon, and potatoes separately, but I will get my food in here. Feels good to be in a warm place. Coffee, orange juice, and water on the way. Food after that. Back on trail now. Nice breakfast, warm, hearty. Was enough food with the other food I ate with it. I didn't get any more in the restaurant, but I ate some out of my bear can right before I resupplied in the little store in front. Filled up my water. May or may not have had a business meeting. And now back on trail. Starting to climb Stony Man mountain. Wraps around. And then you get on a side trail to go to last point 3 to the summit. Which I'll give you one guess on whether I'm going to go on the side trail to go to the summit. That's right, I am. There's great views on top of Stony Man, but it's almost 4,000 feet up, so it's going to be even colder than where I've been. all morning. So there's that. My blood is flowing good now, though. Way too many cups of coffee, so my heart's like, whirr, let's get going. Starting to calm down a little with the wind, but that could just be where I am. But it's looking a little cloud cover, but nothing stormy. It just looks like thicker clouds, but the sun is shining through sometimes. If that sun shines through most of the day, it'll feel a little warmer. I don't think tonight is going to get quite as cold as it did last night. Hopefully I won't be camping at that high of elevation either, so that will help a lot, but that's a long way from now. Right now, I am only concerned with Stony Man Mountain. A little bit of ice right there. Standing on the summit of Stony Man Mountain. Apparently this looks like a man from a distance, and it's made of stone. That's why it's Stony Man Mountain. I know. Oh, it cracked me up. The views are awesome. The wind is powerful. I don't have a whole lot of room here to do my spin to show you the views, as a lot of this is ice up here. But the views are gorgeous. And Stony Man Mountain is in the bag. There's old Stony Man, I mean. Old Stony. More views of the valley. Puddles of ice up here on these cliffs. standing on the summit of the pinnacle. Those winds are brutal today, and they are cold, and it is cold. But this summit is beautiful, for at least 180 degrees. Oh, it's such an annoying wind today. But the pinnacle is in the bag. Nice. Climbing the last 0.1 mile here of Mary's Rock Summit. As you can see, it's quite rocky, but there's supposed to be some really nice rocks up here at the summit to get really good views. Past several coming down, so it might be really busy up here. And you know me, I'm not a fan of that, so we'll see. Still gonna touch the summit, show you the views. Might not do the celebration part till on the way down. And I have no idea what the wind's gonna be like. The wind is so weird today. Gusting 50, probably up to 60 at times. And then other areas, like right now in this spot, there's nothing. So you never know where the wind's gonna be. But we will see what we see. Oh my goodness, what did one or two buses bring the kids from school today instead of class? It seemed like it. I passed 6 or 8 of them on the way up, and then a couple more having lunch. And then I don't know how many that was up at top. 10, 15, 20, 7 million. I don't know. Too many for me. But the views were awesome. The rocks were awesome. I basically did a little climbing real quick and then got out of there. Oh boy. It's only a preview of what I'm going to be looking at all spring and summer on the weekends, especially. Those summits being packed, the climbs being packed, which is great. I'm glad they're out there enjoying the mountains and enjoying everything that nature has to offer, even on a cold, windy day. Of course, this mountain doesn't seem to be too windy, so they picked a good one. But I do want to say, for the record, even though not up there, Mary's Rock is in the bag. The wind's back. I could do without wind for a week or a month, maybe a year. Okay, not that much. Wind is good. A breeze is good. Let's put it that way. 5-10 miles an hour. Not when it's 20 or 30 degrees. I think it's up to 40 now. It's not as bad when the wind's blowing. As far as temperature, it's still annoying, but that's about it. This descent coming off Mary's Rock is definitely one of the biggest descents of Shenandoah, for sure. Real rocky. Not like steep steps per se, but just a lot of, maneuvering with your legs and everything. And slows you down a little bit, but not by much. Definitely feel it though, because in your knees and such, because you're going down. And it goes from like 3,500 to about 2,400, I think, which is the lowest I've been in a couple days of Shenandoah. So, the sun's out. I like that feeling. See those rocks. Much more of those to come over the next few states. Tomorrow, won't be today, but tomorrow I'll be climbing, can't remember the name of it right now, but you'll definitely know it tomorrow when it happens, but it's the last 3,000 footer until Massachusetts. That's a big deal. 3,000 footers aren't really that big. I mean, 5,000, 6,000 really isn't that big either to me, because out west a lot of those are 10, 12, 14,000. But it's all relative. The climbs are usually about the same, 5,000 or so. And anyway, 3,000 foot being the last 3,000 footer. I think it's like 3,400 or something, that mountain. But it's the last one. And that's a lot, because you're going through West Virginia, you're going through Maryland, you're going through Pennsylvania, you're going through New Jersey, New York, and Connecticut before you hit another 3,000 footer. That's a big deal. So that'll be tomorrow. Be fun celebrating that. Not that everything gets cruisy from there on out, because there's a lot of rocks, and the rocks just get rockier the more north you get. So looking forward to all of it, except maybe 20 degrees and wind. That seemed to get me a little angry today, this morning especially. But you'll have that. It's an emotion, and my emotions are all riding high. They always do, but especially when I'm out here, climbing mountain after mountain. All that dopamine and adrenaline and extremes of everything. Hunger, sleep, non-sleep, extreme miles, extreme feet of elevation. It all plays a part into feeling every moment. Not to mention the spiritual part of this journey, the mental part of this journey, the physical part of this journey. Taking a toll in a good way and a rough way. And I love it. I love every aspect of it.